there, I'm Jules Lustenader, and I'm going to teach you how to do a provisional cast on. First things first, you'll need your materials. A crochet hook, a set of knitting needles, scissors, your working yarn for your project, and some waste yarn as well. Preferably in the same weight as your working yarn and in a bright color so you can tell what your waste yarn is. Okay? Let's get started. First things first, with your waste yarn and your crochet hook, make a slip knot. You make a slip knot first by creating a loop like so, and by bringing your working yarn through that loop and tightening. Then put that loop on your crochet hook and tighten on the hook like so. Now we can bring some knitting needles into the party. Hold your crochet hook in your right hand and one of your knitting needles in your left. Today I'm using circular needles, but you can do this with straight needles as well. Hold the crochet hook across your knitting needle in the front like so. With your left or right hand, I'm using my right today, bring your working yarn behind your knitting needle and over the crochet hook like that. Then pull with the hook the working yarn through that slip knot you made. That's it. We've casted on a stitch already. Let's do it again. Have your yarn in the back, bring it around and pull it through. Look at that. What it does, it creates stitches on your needle and a really cool chain along the bottom. Let's keep doing it. Wrap it around and bring it through. Wrap it around and bring it through. Remember to always keep your working yarn in the back after each stitch is created. Now you just keep doing this until you have the number of stitches you need for your provisional cast on your knitting needle. Today I need 62. So let's do that real fast. Okay, so if I've counted right, I should have 62 stitches on my knitting needles. Now, before I get rid of my crochet hook, we need to make a little chain at the end of our work here so we can find where to undo our provisional cast on later when we're done with our project and ready to graft. So here's how you make a chain. It's a lot like what we were doing before, but no knitting needle involved. You have your yarn in the back, you wrap it around your crochet hook, and you pull it through the last loop you made. And then you just keep doing that. I'm going to do it, oops, let's try that again. I'm going to do that about 4 or 5 times, so it's really obvious where that chain is, like that. Now I'm done with my crochet hook. I'm going to cut my waste yarn, because I'm done with that too, and I'm going to pull that end through the last loop I made, like that, so it doesn't get undone by itself. Look at that. Look at what we've done. That's awesome. Now we can go on and use the working yarn for our project and not worry about scissors and crochet hooks anymore. Here's my working yarn. I'm going to knit my first round and knit every stitch. This is the first step. This is the first step of the project I'm making, which is the Yes You Canyon cowl. It's a cowl I designed myself using the color Canyon from I Love This Yarn paints from Hobby Lobby. And that's the yarn I'm using right now. As you can see, it's a self-striping yarn, which is super cool. It creates a really nice pattern in the cowl. So we're going to knit all of these stitches all the way around. Okay, we're right about at the end of our first row or round. Here we go. Now if I was knitting a project flat, I would just turn my work and go back the way I came, this way. And just keep knitting back and forth, all the way flat, finishing my project and being super happy about it. Today, I'm actually going to knit in the round. And this is how you join a provisional cast on in the round. It's just like joining in the round otherwise. Go ahead and make sure all of your stitches are facing the right way. You don't want your work twisted. And look at me. See, I was twisted because I didn't check first. Here we go. My yellow yarn is pointing toward the center. That's a good way to make sure your stitches aren't twisted. There we go. And with my working yarn, I'm just going to knit into that first stitch that I created, like that. And that stitch might get a little loosey, so I'm gonna pull my tail. And I'm just going to knit every stitch again, and this will be my second round. Look at that. So that's how you get started on the Yes You Canyon cowl. If you want to learn more about the cowl pattern, I have it for free to download on my Ravelry page and my Love Knitting page. I'm going to make another video to show you how to graft the cowl together, which will include undoing this provisional cast on and using the Kitchener stitch to create a seamless cowl like this. Thank you for watching. Happy knitting!